Hey everyone, Brian Buckosh here, back again. This time I'm going to talk to you about the two newest releases in the Ebonite lineup, the Gamebreaker Asym and the Puma. So let's take it to the intro. We've made an asymmetrical version of the famous enhanced V2 symmetrical core and called it, well, the Gamebreaker Asym. You can see this new enhanced V2 asymmetrical core has a different core body shape and a smaller puck. These changes result in a total differential increase and an intermediate differential increase. Intermediate differential is the asymmetry that we're talking about in the name, and that is up from 0 in the balls like the GB4 to 0.008. This intermediate differential is going to give this ball a little more kick at the back of the lane compared to the super smooth motion that you get out of most of the Gamebreaker balls. And this enhanced differential up from 0.054 up to 0.054 from 0.048 on the GB4 means that the ball is going to flare a little bit more. So this is overall just a more dynamic inner core. Like the GB4, this one's wrapped in dynamic core outer core material. That's the blue stuff that you see when you drill into it. That has a higher strength to weight ratio than standard outer core material. That simply means that the ball's not going to compress when it impacts the pin, so it's going to hit harder. And all of this is surrounded by... This take is so good. This take was so good. And all of this is surrounded by the GB 12.0 Pearl cover stock. You recognize the GB 12.0 base cover name from the Gamebreaker 4, but also before that, it was also in the Adrenaline series. Longtime Ebonite fans are going to be thrilled to see the Puma make it back into the lineup. The Puma remarks the return of the Cat series, a long-standing series in the Ebonite lineup that was always a strong performer and is going to grab the eye of a lot of Ebonite fans. Now, at the lowest price point that Ebonite offers, this one's going to be a lot of ball for not a lot of price. This one has the new Puma core in it. This one has a slightly different range of ball motion compared to the Stinger line that it accompanies. This has a slightly higher RG and just a little more differential at 0.036. This combination is going to get this ball through the fronts a little better, revving at the back of the lane a little more and making a little more motion at the back of the lane than the previous Stinger line. This ball is wrapped in the GB 10.7 cover stock. That's a little step down from the GB 12.0 covers that are on the current Gamebreaker series. So as you can expect, this one's going to be a little weaker, but it's going to perform great in drier conditions. This chart contains every release in the Ebonite lineup for an entire year. They're sorted on the bottom by oil volume, from lightest on the left to heaviest on the right, and on the y-axis by response to friction, with the sharpest responding balls toward the top of the chart and the smoothest responding balls toward the bottom of the chart. Our newest releases, Gamebreaker Asym and Puma, are highlighted in yellow. As you can see, the Gamebreaker Asym is built to handle a medium amount of total oil volume and falls squarely in the strong category of ball motion. The added differential from the asymmetrical core means that this one is going to be a little sharper at the back of the lane than most of the previous Gamebreaker series balls, even the ones with pearl covers. That being said, the enhanced V2 shape of this core means that this ball is going to be characteristically smooth and continuous overall by nature. So adding a little asymmetry to this ball means that you kind of get the best of both worlds. To me, this is what I would consider to be a bridge ball. It's not as sharp as some of the clean pearl asymmetrical balls that you see in the lineup, but it's not as smooth as most of the symmetrical balls in the current lineup. That being said, I think this is one of the most versatile balls in the lineup, and all of the pros and some of the regional staffers that have been able to throw this ball already agree. Despite the fact that this ball is in the strong category of ball motion, I actually think that it hooks quite a bit at the back of the lane. The reason it's in the medium category of ball motion is because the polished finish means that it glides easily through the front part of the lane, and actually this is one of the cleanest balls in the lineup currently. The Puma, with its new symmetrical core and the GB 10.7 cover stock, is going to get through the fronts really easily, just like the Gamebreaker Asym does, and make a nice response to friction. This ball is going to be noticeably weaker than the GB Asym, but it's still going to get around the corner and continue nicely. It requires a lot more friction because of the core cover combination and the little bit of flare potential that the 036 diff core offers you. Compared to the Stingers in the lineup, this one isn't necessarily weaker. It does handle less oil volume because of its highly polished finish and its ease of length through the front part of the lane. but it does make up a lot of ground at the back of the lane, and certainly shapes more noticeably than either the Stinger Pearl or the Stinger Hybrid. The Gamebreaker Asym, a Puma, and one of the heavy oil options is going to make a perfect 1-2-3 punch for any league bowler, and that's the start of a really nice tournament arsenal as well. That's the information I have on the new Gamebreaker Asym and the new Puma by Ebonite, available in pro shops worldwide right now. Make sure you like and subscribe to my Facebook and YouTube pages, Bowling Buckosh. I make new videos as new releases from the brands of Brunswick come out, so make sure you check back often, and feel free to drop a comment if you like. I'm always happy to respond. Until next time, thanks for watching.